Nancy.
Girls?
Would you all like to stay here with us? Here? Gee, that didn't even cross my mind. What do you think, Max?
Well, there's no pool.
All right. We'll stay, but only for a couple of days. Get the bags, Pumpkin. He likes to eat bread. To talk to your mother. Put that in a letter to your father. How sassy you've gotten since menopause. You haven't mailed that letter to your father yet?
Once more, I am not going to mail it. I am just writing this to get the anger out of my system. You know, I know Pop loved me.
We don't keep chicken soup here. We only have vegetable soup, and if that looks like vegetable soup, you're in a lot of trouble.
How are you gonna know it's mine?
I'll know it's yours because I'll put your name on it.
How old are you?
Too old for you.
Has he been your doctor ever since you...
Hello. Yes, this is Blanche, and how did you get this number? And better yet, why am I even talking to you? I don't like you. Matter of fact, I hate you. You can just tear up my number. When did you start, Sophia? Oh, late. Not till I came to this country. In my village, hairy legs were a sign of beauty. How do you account for that? Dumb men, hairy women? Actually, that's not such a big surprise. You know, a lot of those you brought the news to St. Olaf that the British had no intention of coming. Old Brisker, the horse who, because of a printing error on the ballot slips, was elected water commissioner for 6 months.
Hi.
Hi, did you have fun at the track? You went to the track? Oh, he looks delicious.
Oh, wait a minute. Before you eat that clam chowder, there's just one thing.
What?
It tastes better if your lips are warmed up first.
I'm beginning to see why this place is so romantic. You said so. Please, what does he know? He's not a real doctor. The man makes his living sticking thermometers up a cat's behind. I don't know. He seemed pretty sure. Honey, doctors can make mistakes, too. I still think we ought to send baby home.
Rose, do you realize how far away home is?
She was the one wearing the fringe shawl.
Are you trying to tell me it was Maria who came onto my Carmine?
Him and every other male in the room.
So why am I mad at you?
You're not. I'm mad at you. You betrayed me.
You're out of your mind. I never betrayed anybody in my life.
Bull. You told everyone of the pot. Rose, you answer it. I'm not going to answer. I don't want to have to lie for you. It's your daughter. We're not that close. You better answer it the next time. She's going to get mad. That peasant girl was me. And that painter was Pablo Picasso.
Ma, I have a feeling you're lying.
Be positive.
Okay, I'm positive you're lying.
For 17 straight days in a rocking chair marathon. Of course, she couldn't have done it without the moral support of her children and her husband and his cattle prod.
Okay, that's it. Drink this. It's a secret potion from the old country, guaranteed to put you to sleep.
Looks like milk.
Think this is gonna work?
I don't know. We should just go along with whatever she wants to do. The important thing is to keep Rose's mind occupied.
Hey, give me some lipstick.
Who to talk to? Gotta go.
Rose, honey, come over here and sit down a minute. Now, Dorothy and I have both been noticing how down you've been lately, and we're very concerned.
Oh, it's my work at the hospital. I know, I'm the one who volunteered. But it's not easy.
What's wrong? The week's receipts. I lost them on a horse.
You what?
I got a tip. It was supposed to be a sure thing.
I don't believe it. That means we're out of business. We're through.
So's my marriage. When Sophia finds out about it, she'll put me out on the street. Max, I'm sorry.
Coffee will be ready in a minute.
Would you like to leave a message?
Oh, I don't know. I just wanted to apologize.
What took you so long?
Ma, when did you get in?
Oh, Dorothy, grow up. So, are you reading from a prepared statement, Goldfund? Is there any chance I could persuade you girls to join me for a murder mystery weekend?
Blanche, are you kidding? I have read every word Dashiell Hammett and Raymond Chandler ever wrote. Now, Sam Spade and Philip Marlowe have become a part of me. She had more curves than the Monaco Grand Prix and was...
Did it to make you happy.
Sarah, dear, can't we just be together, the two of us?
I feel so guilty for leaving you.
Don't. I'll be along soon enough.
Ma, it's me.
Come in.
Ma, I want to talk to you about the trip.
Yeah, I want to talk to
Now you're going to have to scrimp and cut corners and find some way to pay for it.
I already have. The rent increase is going to effect tomorrow. All except Sophia.
Why not her?
The rent increase was her idea.
Well, people think we just made those words up, Susan.
James alluded to the one character in the pilot, Coco the cook. Was he going to be a regular person? What happened to his role?
We didn't know what gold we had found with these ladies, and it was just
Introducing himself, and I don't know, I was still so stunned, I just kind of half muttered a, "How do you do?" And he said, "I beg your pardon, I didn't hear you." Well, I don't know what came over me, but I just blurted out, "Didn't hear me? I think you could pick up Radio Free Europe with those."
It's crying out with pain and making the most spectacular comeback since Dennis Hopper.
Are you all right, Sophia? Of course I'm all right. It's just that halfway to the contest I realized I forgot the wine. For your muscles, Marinara? No, for me. I always drink wine during cooking contests and my sister Sam.
Ladies, the motorcade is running late. Now, the president won't actually be coming into the house. He'll just be at the door for a photo opportunity. So, Mrs. Devereaux, you might want to cover up.
Here he comes.
Mr. President, I'd like you to meet Rose Nyland.
Hi, I'm Don Benson. I'm here about the hot tub.
My goodness, word does travel fast. It's not in yet, Don.
Oh, no, I'm not here to soak in it. I'm a city inspector.
God and Jesus, they were busy. I think I'll go back.
Ma, don't go.
No, Dorothy. It's a wonderful place. I'm very excited about it.
Ma, I want you here.
Sophia, are there lots of men in heaven?
Oh, Blanche.
I'd like to know.
Dorothy, get me my rosary.
Afternoon, Dorothy. My, don't you look lovely today.
Well, thank you. Oh, and don't you look beautiful, vivacious, exquisite, and, breathtaking?
Dorothy, you know, at some point I'm going to have to start questioning your sincerity.
I don't accept Dr. Jerry's medical report.
Why?
I don't know, something about his prison record. They insist you be examined by one of their physicians. This is a real bummer. We've gotten this far and it's suddenly starting to all fall apart. It's over.
Ma, Blanche had her dream.
Are you all right? I think so. You know, usually I feel so empty when I realize George isn't here, but this time it's different.
How?
Well, I don't know. The dream was different. Oh, wait.
We liked was Dr. Clyde, our vet. He was wonderful. My mother wanted him to do her hysterectomy, but he wouldn't.
But he was willing to do her lobotomy.
Oh,
What, Ma? What?
Pain.
What kind of pain?
The kind that hurts.
And he died St. Olaf's loneliest man.
Is that the end of the story?
God, I hope so.
I don't get it.
Fred, let me put it this way. She is 16, she's scared, and she's carrying your grandchild.
Girls, I'm really worried. Usually by the time I finish the cheesecake, I can solve any problem I'm trying to beat. This time I'm coming up empty.
Then why is the top button of your skirt open?
I'm talking about selling the house. I just don't know if it's the right thing to do.
Well, honey.
Be as happy with Harry in the same way as I was with him.
He knows, Blanche, he knows. Your thoughts and feelings go right to him. You can communicate directly from your heart. Can't you, Dorothy?
Oh, don't ask me. I can't get through to New Jersey with MCI.
And I keep having this recurring dream where I'm being chased by a giant Listerine bottle. And when I open my mouth to scream, all I can do is gargle.
Are you experiencing the same symptoms?
Yes, except in my dream, I'm chased by a bottle of Scope. There's only one can.
Well, how am I going to get to the airport?
Run behind it! Ma, I hate leaving you like this. I really do. Why don't you come with us?
Yeah, come on, Sophie. It'll be fun.
Oh, and the resort is absolutely gorgeous. Look here. Here's our room. Isn't that beautiful? You can have the king-size bed. There's already two...
You could wash them. I mean, before dishwashers, people didn't just eat and wipe the dishes on their pants.
I used to love washing dishes. Oh, in Minnesota, the whole family would get together and wash dishes. Even Uncle Gustav after the giant Swiss Army knife accident. Blanche, I told you I am not going to do it.
Well, then you are making a big mistake. If you don't make yourself more interesting to Miles, you're going to lose him. Listen, he's at school every day with other women just looking for trouble.
Oh, no, he is not.
Okay, look at him right now, talking to that young thing. I know exactly what he's saying, too. Say, hey, Dorothy, guess what I have under my robe?
That guy from the circus?
No, Dorothy, my new swimsuit. I'm wearing it to entice the muscular young men who are coming over to install my hot tub.
No, you moron. She has a date.
Oh.
Is that true, Dorothy? Do you have a date tonight?
Rose, I mean, that's an awfully personal question. Yes!
Order to barely cover my perky bosoms.
You're only going to sit in an inch of water?
Dorothy, why don't we have a pet? Children, then me. And that kind of marriage just can't work. At least it can't for me.
Blanche, I can be there for all of you. I can do it. I've been able to do just about anything I set my mind to. I know I can do this too.
Richard, nobody can do it all. Now,
Bag.
I'll get it.
I'll get it.
Ma, I said I'd get it.
I don't want you to get it.
Let's not argue. You get it.
What am I, your servant?
Good night, and thank you for a wonderful evening.
Rose, what is going on? Now, something is wrong.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, it's obvious you're trying to avoid any kind of intimacy. I mean, like that place you dragged me to tonight. Look, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the evening of lesbian poets.
come on, girls.
Excuse me, sir, but I died yesterday, and it occurs to me I never experienced Southern food. So send a possum to room 7, and tell my daughter it's chicken.
And Grammy's win.
Found himself up a date for movie night. I just copied the letters and changed Dearest Holly to Dearest Blanche.
Well, you did make a small contribution, Merrill.
Oh, call me Moose. That's my nickname.
What a coincidence! That was Dorothy's nickname in elementary school. Remember Dorothy?
No, I left an hour ago. What does it look like?
Look, can't the two of you at least say goodbye like civilized human beings? All right, that's it. I give up. Ma, goodbye. Angela, let's go. No, wait. I have something I want to say. When I was a little girl, there were two people.
There's only one problem with your plan, Pussycat. One of us is going to get the gift from Rose.
Dorothy, she's right, and you know how hard it is pretending to like Rose's gifts. Forget it, no way.
Oh, come on now, Blanche, don't be so childish. I mean, we each stand and...
It was my high school graduation. I was valedictorian.
You were valedictorian?
Yes. I was fourth out of 19 graduating seniors. Anyway.
Wait a minute. Rose, if you were fourth, how were you chosen valedictorian?
Good old Mel, the only person I can always count on. Dear Blanche, when I heard of your death, it made me realize you don't know what you have till you've lost it. So I'm back with my ex-wife, Love Mel.
Back in Minnesota, we'd settle this kind of a dispute with some good-natured log rolling.
Sorry, Rose, my log is in the shop. What do we do now? Toss a coin?
Okay.
All right.
I'll take tails.
Okay. Tails.
We finally came back, having invented Hernsberg's press-on warts.
Who bought those?
Hags, mostly. Don't you see, he was successful and he wanted Gunilla back.
Well, what happened to her, Rose?
Boom, boom, dead. Just like that, in a sleep. 98 years old, no apparent cause.
I don't like hospitals either. They're full of germs. I always hold my breath in the elevators because there are sick people in the elevators and it's such a small space. And once I had to go to the 8th floor in a hospital and the parents there.
Even if we got live doves?
Mother.
All right, honey, your wedding day should be the most beautiful day of your life. And if you want to invite your father, well, I'm willing to keep the peace.
Promise?
Promise. Then it's settled. Now call your father.
He's gonna pop the question.
Oh, I don't know that.
Of course you do. What else could it be? Oh, honey, congratulations.
You're more excited than I am.
Well, why not, Dorothy? Just think of it. Life with a successful attorney. The summer homes, the glamorous social circles, those impulsive little trips to Europe with rascally Romies.
Yeah, I'd like to report a
But that wasn't a scheme, Sophia. That was a legitimate business.
And we lost our shirts. That's the beauty of this water thing. You can't lose. It's a ripoff, pure and simple. Oh, here's my roomie. Hi, Malcolm.
Who's Malcolm?
You are.
Okay.
Ma, he's a man. I didn't know you moved in with a man.
What difference does it make? He's over 100 years old. I'm not sure he knows.
Just threatened to throw a TV through a plate glass window. That should give you some indication.
Kate seems to be handling things pretty well.
Yeah, that's tonight. She's still in shock. Oh, I remember when Stanley told me that he was having an affair. It was at least 24 hours before I cut the crotches out of all of his slacks.
Pain.
Rose, you worked for Thomas Dewey?
No, Melville Dewey. The founder of the Dewey Decimal System.
You know, your Gil Kessler doesn't stand a chance of winning.
Who says?
The Miami Post, the Miami Journal, the Miami Tribune.
Ma, don't hide! Ma? No, you're too smart to hide in the same place twice. Ma!
Hello, ma'am.
Developed early, and all the boys noticed and hit on me. Not one boy was ever interested in my mind.
Get out of here.
It's true. But you, Blanche, I mean, men are drawn to you
Oh, morning, Ma.
Dorothy, when was the last time you had sex?
That's a very personal question.
That long, huh? Perfect. Sail around the world. That'll be the day. Like there's a line waiting around the block. We'll have to install one of those ticket machines like they have at the bakery. Around the world, yeah.
I get the picture. I'm afraid I'm responsible for making Al do something. Oh my God, what were you grading?
Rose, I have wonderful news. But look, I think you better sit down first before you hear it.
Okay, you're the professor.
Well, you see, I'm not really a professor.
What?
And my name is not really Miles Weber.
Well, that could be fun. What do you say, Dorothy?
I don't think so. I haven't been to the track in 15 years.
Oh, go on, Dorothy, take her. It'll be a fun afternoon and Rose can memorize a horse.
I'd rather not.
Oh, Dorothy, please, come on, be a pal. I do it for you.
Why can't you go by yourself?
I'm afraid to go to the track by myself.
Dorothy, you think Bert's gonna like this dress?
Oh, yeah. That plunging neckline will really show off his chest hair.
Well, the last time I wore this dress was at the 1972 presidential inauguration. I ended the evening dancing in the arms of the president. And the next morning I was hearing from my attorney. He's all yours. Enjoy. You're not Stephen.
I'm over here, Blanche.
Oh.
Sorry. Please, come right in. May I take your height? A hat.
You must be Dorothy. Rose has told me all about you.
I wish I could say the same. Oh, Blanche, this is Dr. Jonathan Newman.
It scared me, too. I told you were welcome.
Okay, everybody, get washed up. Rose, I knew you'd get that job, so I made a special dinner to celebrate.
Sophia, that's so nice.
Don't mention it. When I was shaving my legs last night, it really made me feel good.
That you were helping Rose.
That I can still touch my ankles. But it all backfired in my face, because the next day, all the good-looking men in the village followed her. That's how I ended up with your father. Boy, talk about learning a lesson the hard way. Hi, girls.
Blanche, how you feeling?
Much better.
It's Christmas. Look, please have some cheesecake on me, all right?
Oh, well, that's very sweet.
My pleasure.
Now I know I'm depressed. I don't even want this cheesecake.
Are you ladies having a bad Christmas?
The worst.
I'm a little down myself. I mean, it's tough working on Christmas Eve. I wish I had a little time to spend with my family.
Oh, we know exactly how you feel.
Glenn, you mind if I give it a try?
Oh, for heaven's sake, go on.
No, Dave, I better do this by myself. You might get hurt. 3, 4. It's really nice.
He is. We've had a wonderful time together these past few weeks. You know, girls, I really like him. And I think he likes me.
Just don't ruin it and sleep with him.
Of course not, Ma. I only do that with men I plan to scar psychologically.
Olive oil cans.
Look, Ma, I don't want to be the one to keep you from being happy. If you really want new shoes, I'll take you.
Turn on the news.
What's going on?
Oh, today is my lucky day. While you were gone, Angelo came over to tell you about these big...
Rose, what is this? Yellow eyeballs are staring at me.
Those are egg yolks, Blanche. Blanche, you are exhausted. You have to sleep.
To sleep, perchance to dream. My God, what a wonderful life. Oh, I'm getting so good I can't stop.
it's just as well. I always think by the time they get to number 5, those sequels get pretty predictable.
Goodbye, Rose.
I can't believe you told him that.
But it's true. Did you doubt for a minute Rocky was going to beat that Russian?
Am I interrupting?
I sincerely hope so.
Blanche, I thought you had a date.
Oh, I canceled. He was just a nice man with a big boat who wanted to go to Bimini.
That sounds like hell.
I don't know. I'm just not ready to start up something with someone new.
I think it's because you miss Stephen.
I don't know what to say.
I understand, Blanche.
Oh, no, you don't. See, I used to think I was a miracle worker, that nobody could do what I do at the museum. And then you came along and learned my job in less than a week, and I realized any idiot can do.
I've been to the airline office changing our tickets. We're leaving this afternoon. Where's Charlie?
On the lanai. My mother is trying to help her put Barbie's hair back on with Polygrip.
Oh, Kirsten, you're back. I want to talk to you. Not now, Mother. I promised Charlie I'd take her to lunch, and then we have to...
God's creatures outlives its normal life expectancy. Why, it can go at any minute. Would you mind not looking at me when you say that?
Does anybody know where the thermometer is?
Sure, in the medicine cabinet. Why?
I want to take baby's temperature. Although, I'm not sure what the normal temperature...
Why couldn't you bury him in a suit?
Because this is what he wanted. You know, it hasn't been easy for me, Sophia. It hasn't been easy.
Oh.
Ladies, I'd like to get started with the service soon.
Father Salerno, Angela was worried.
For a group hug.
Oh, honey. Of course not.
What are you doing?
We're having a group hug.
Well, knock it off so neighbors will get the wrong idea. By the way, I just called Harriet McConnell to cancel.
Please call the operator, Dr. Randall.
Wait a minute. What do you mean she's going into surgery? I talked to her last night. She was fine.
This is why we keep people here for observation.
When can we see Rose?
Are you related to her?
No, we're her friends.
I'm sorry, she's in pre-op, and only her family can see her now. Now, we have contacted her daughter, and Mrs. Nyland will be going into surgery.
On grapes. And Bruno makes a killing selling orthopedic sandals.
Now, don't tell me he went to America and changed his name to Dr. Scholl.
No. Actually, he developed a foot fetish and suffocated when he shoved his head in a lady's rubber boot.
A hug and forget this ever happened.
You bet we can. Come here, you two.
Oh, I'm glad we're friends again.
Oh, me too.
Listen, Blanche, now that we have you telling the truth,
What's the proper way for a lady to make an entrance on the arm of a handsome gentleman?
You look just wonderful, Mama. Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, is today Mother's Day?
Why, yes, but you're Edna.
Edna?
Did she like the beach?
You ever notice the birds?
I'm asking you about your late wife. You're asking me about birds?
At the park, they want you to feed them, but here they take care of themselves.
Here they could...
Because Mother's dead, you two could never stand the sight of each other.
I had forgotten how much you look like George, how much you sound like him.
I can't help it. I'm his brother. Aren't you going to introduce me?
Too. Oh, where are my manners? Oh, Jamie, these are my friends Dorothy and Bill. Rose Nyland, what is that giant velvet painting of dogs playing poker doing out on my front lawn?
Intriguing passers-by if I know my art lovers.
And the clothes and the trunk and the boxes. You're not having a yard sale, are you?
What's wrong with that?
Are you kidding? I don't...
Rose!
I told her to get the hell out of my room.
Oh, Sophia, I want to explain about last night. When I was a little girl, one summer we had a terrible thunderstorm.
Excuse me, Rose. Have I given you any indication at all that I care?
Girls, my father's coming. Big Dad! Oh, boy, some people.
What's wrong, Blanche?
Oh, Dorothy, nobody gives a damn about this Save the Wetlands thing. I sat in that booth of ours at the mall for 3 hours. Not one soul came by and asked for information. What we need is some kind of swamp gimmick, like, guess how many leeches are in the jar?
I'm so sorry,
No,
Dorothy.
I'm the one who's sorry. I have to go talk to Blanche. I've been an idiot through this whole thing.
Darn right you have.
Great news. I stopped by the courthouse this morning and got a copy of our property map. The tree definitely belongs to Mr. Barton, and it is his responsibility to remove it.
Play it safe. Stick with the curse.
Oh, Mother. Well, I've stayed with you all these years.
They love, they hate, they eat. They dream, they hope, they eat. Every time you turn around, they eat.
Sophia, are those 4 women us?
Look in the mirror, blubberbutt. The point I'm trying to make is, what's going on here is living. Just because you...
Folks say I should settle down and make an honest living. But I just want to sing my songs. I got a lot to give 'em. Give him.
Domineering tyrant who totally emasculated him? No more calls. We have a winner.
I can't believe this. An hour ago, my life...
With her before.
No, I didn't. And matter of fact, being a California type, and I don't get to New York that often, I had not even seen her in Torch Song Trilogy, which was her big hit on Broadway. Have you ever? Yes.
I saw Torch Song in Los Angeles after she'd been touring for 4 years in it. Oh, Sophia, did they deliver my new bed?
Yeah, and they were here all day setting it up.
All day for that simple little bed?
Simple. I haven't seen so much brass since the brass knuckle at RV show at the Palermo Hilton.
I don't believe it, they delivered the wrong bed. Blanche, do you think? Not now.
Look at all these people staring at us. Oh, this is humiliating.
I've never been so embarrassed in my life.
All right, just what in hell are all of you staring at? Haven't you ever seen 3 vibrant, healthy, sexually active women before? Now, we are embarking on a little weekend.
There.
It's colic. My children had it. You give them brandy.
For colic?
Yes, after dinner with a cigar. Rose, you give brandy for teething. You rub it on their...
Tell you what, this.
What is it?
Rose's diary.
What are you doing with it?
It was just lying out on the dining room table. I picked it up and the lock just popped right open. Just like here. Listen to this. Dear diary, I don't know how much longer I can stand.
I'm going to buy you anything, and I'm going to tell your folks what you're doing, and then I'm going to call the school for bad girls, and they will come and pick you up and put you in a sack and take you away. And you will never eat ice cream or play jump rope again.
Sophia, why don't you run along? I need to talk to your daughter alone.
Sure. Whatever she says, I have an alibi.
So, Dorothy, I bet you love your mother a lot. Well, that depends. What has she done? Blanche, last weekend you ate so many pudding pops, you could have built the Eiffel Tower from the sticks.
That is not what I meant. I meant everything just hangs on me.
Of course it does. That's why you have to cover it with a dress.
Your face here after what you've done. Dennis, I think you should be leaving.
Mother Dorothy,
And
please.
do not call me Mother Dorothy. I hate it when you call me Mother Dorothy. I feel like I should be handing out rice on the streets of Calcutta.
Where is Kate?
Oh, she's not here.
She said she was coming here.
She left.
Where'd she?
Well, unless you mind. Oh, I guess I should have asked you first. I can just call him and cancel.
Oh, Blanche, don't be ridiculous. I mean, why should I object?
Well, he was your husband, Dorothy.
Was. We're divorced, remember? He left me for a woman half Blanche's age.
We had to use cotton and fish ointment.
That's nothing. In Sicily, we use a leaf in the river.
No, you never had a baby in Sicily.
I was a baby in Sicily.
Disposable bottles and formula. We had to sterilize our bottles and make our formula.
I nursed. Your brother was...
Nobody takes my mama's jewels without swinging for it. Nighty-night.
So those are the facts, ladies. It's not a pretty picture. 1 out of...
Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm so glad you girls are here. Listen, I acted so stupid last night. I apologize. I need to talk.
Why, Blanche? No matter what we say, you're going to end up doing exactly what you want.
We told you last night you were pushing away a terrific guy, and you did, didn't you?
Yes, but you don't understand why I pushed John away.
To this day, I don't know why I couldn't sell them.
Did you ever hear of napkins, Stanley?
Hey, so I didn't make the cover of Fortune. I'm just trying to do something to make things better for us. All our friends were moving up, and we were stuck with a one-way ticket to Palookaville.
As to the jockey's lounge, but you don't want to date a jockey. The sex is over too fast, and afterwards, the only nice thing they have to say to you is, good girl, good girl. Sophia, I've decided to...
Respect. These are all masters of their crafts.
Hi, girls. Who are all these old men?
The Osmond brothers, Rose. The years without Donnie have not been kind to them.
These are Vincenzo's friends, Rose.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I've had so much on my mind lately.
Have you decided that he's gay, but why does he have to slip a ring on this guy's finger so the whole world will know?
Why did you marry George?
We loved each other. We wanted to make a lifetime commitment, wanted everybody to know.
That's what Doug and Clayton want, too. Everyone wants someone to grow old with, and shouldn't everyone...
Come on, Big Dad, sit down here on the sofa betwixt us.
Betwixt?
See, that's another word you don't know. You probably don't even know the thrice of them are sitting on the couch together.
Big Daddy, what's this surprise now? Tell me before I burst.
Oh, hi, Blanche.
Blanche, Dorothy and I have decided to enter a songwriting contest together.
Oh, now that sounds like fun. You know, I always wanted to write a song, but it's kind of like writing poetry, which I was never any good at. Only the tall girls who couldn't get dates ever seemed to be good at poetry.
Presumably it was lost in the fire.
Maria was just out to get me. She was always jealous because I still had my own hair.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Petrillo. I have no choice but to bring you in on a charge of negligent arson.
My mother is 85 years old. I mean, surely
I'm sorry, the law recognizes no age limits.
I took you.
Look, Ma, you know what I'm talking about. You complain, you belittle.
You know, Dorothy, I think maybe you're being too hard on her. I know how difficult buying shoes can be. Sometimes you get yourself a really good-looking salesman and you try... Dorothy, I may be a lot of things, but naive is not one of them. Face it, your friend Jean is seeing a married man.
Blanche, that is absolutely uncanny.
I wasn't born yesterday.
Ask you something. How about you and I go out sometime, huh? Dorothy, I really want to see you again.
I really want to see you again, too.
Great.
But I can't.
Why not?
Because I could get serious about you.
Well, I don't get it.
Al, up until the other night, I thought this whole thing was a game, but... Mike.
Oh, really? Well, back in St. Olaf, nobody could tell us apart. You can imagine imagine all the fun we have playing tricks on our teachers in school.
Which of you brothers has custody of the brain? So, what? And then one day, suddenly, Pee-wee disappeared. Well, we docked in Sicily, and I was going through customs, and I noticed a strange odor coming from my suitcase. I thought it was the veal shank that I was bringing over for Mother's Day. But when the customs man opened the suitcase, I knew it.
And then I put them away. I wanted more softness, more sweetness. So I went to my sketches of Rose.
You mean that's me up there?
No.
Who is it?
It is all of you. The answer...
Dorothy, I may be a lot of things, but naive is not one of them. Face it, your friend Jean is seeing a married man.
Blanche, that is absolutely uncanny.
I wasn't born yesterday.
God! Oh, well, he is my all-time favorite TV actor. Oh, I cannot believe that I am actually going to meet Patrick Vaughn. Oh, I've had a crush on him for years. He is the sexiest actor on TV.
I hate to admit it, but he melts my Haagen-Dazs. But the letter's too sweet to ignore. I'm going to write him back and tell him how much I appreciate it.
Isn't it nice to see Rose feeling so good about herself?
It certainly is. You know, this is the first time I've seen her smile since this whole thing started.
David, I have a confession to make. I wrote that.
This is all because you're going through the change?
God, I hate that expression.
What is the big deal, Blanche? It's nothing. Look at it this way. You don't get cramps once a month. You don't go on eating binges once a month. You don't get crazy once a month.
You just grow a beard.
I'll see you girls in the locker room.
Vaughn, she's not serious.
Never has been, never will be.
Okay, then you'll need new gym bags, water bottles, vitamin packs, and most importantly, a sports training bra to minimize jiggle and bounce.
Yvonne, honey, I think you're missing the whole point of having breasts.
We'll take them.
Family anymore. They all ate some sausages that they shouldn't have at their last family picnic, and they all died.
Food poisoning.
No, they stole the sausage from the Calabrese family. So what are you doing here? Well, I took a vacation to come and see you. Didn't you get my letter?
No, we...
Rose, we have to talk. Forget it, Sophia. I'm not talking to you. What you did is the worst thing you've ever done to me.
Oh, come on. Worse than the time my best friend, Lisa Jane Beadler, fixed me up with the most beautiful boy I'd ever laid my eyes on.
Oh, George.
No, this was Richard J. Wilde. And believe me, his name said it all. We must have pulled over on the side of the road 5 times on our way to that Christmas dance.
It's always best to drive defensively over the holidays. Dr. Parks can get those minks in the mood.
He's a wonderful vet. I'm sure he'll solve the problem. Blanche, you're out of bed. What are you two doing up?
It's not important. Go back to bed.
Ma, it's 5:30 in the morning. It's a little early to be selling lunch.
We wanted to get the best corner before Johnny No Thumb shows up with his lunch wagon.
Johnny No Thumbs?
Well, actually, he has several fingers missing from each hand. I know.
Must you do that?
She can't help it, Blanche. She has to blow her nose. Or is that a banana?
Not even with the man you yourself described as having the personality of a dial tone. And why? So you can go have a splendid evening with some dashing naval officer? Well, absolutely not. Under no circumstances will I even entertain the notion.
I'll let you borrow my cashmere sweater anytime you want.
No!
I will give you outright, my practically full... It's not that, Ma. It's that, Ma.
better skedaddle. You know, my wife is out of town. I'm going to be up half the night trying to pick out a...
Very special person. And that's why on all your programs it says that the guest celebrity for tonight's show is Presto! Bob Hope!
Face it, nobody has more fun with each other than we do. You remember that night on the beach when I pretended my hand was a big old sand crab crawling up your thigh? We wrapped ourselves up in that big old blanket, and you just about jumped out of your skin when I showed you that Savannah twister.
She's an idiot. I've got the perfect example. Dorothy was on her summer vacation looking for a part-time job. So she asks Rose to put her ad in the classifieds. Well, that was a mistake to begin with right away.
Rose, it is not here.
Look again, it has to be.
Rose, I have read every want ad in the paper. Mine is not here. Are you sure you're
You're slouching. You're trying to pretend you're not tall. You do it all the time.
I do not.
Yes, you do. Ever since you changed schools in the 4th grade, the kids thought you were the substitute teacher.
Well, girls, I did it. I finally broke down and bought that dress I've been eyeing for a month.
Oh, well, I thought you were going to wear the same silk one you wore to last year's banquet.
Oh, no, I changed.
Sail around the world. That'll be the day. In fact, there's a line waiting around the block. We'll have to install one of those ticket machines like they have at the bakery. Around the world, yeah.
I get the picture.
I'm afraid I'm responsible for making Al do something.
No, oh, honey, no.
All right, that's it. We got to get that antique dealer off the membership committee.
How's this dress look on me? What's the difference? In half an hour, it'll be crumpled on the floor next to an empty bottle of Jack Daniels. Blanche, I want to ask you a question. Who was the president married to? Nancy Reagan. Of course, the thin one. He helps out of the helicopter. This idiot thinks he's married to Broderick Crawford.
So then I went up to the podium and I said, my name is Dorothy and I have a gambling problem. You know, when I left Gamblers Anonymous 15 years ago, I thought I'd never have to say those words again.
Well, let's hope this time you get cured.
Oh, you're never really cured, Rose.
Dorothy, once we get in there, we have to exercise psychological control. That's why I'm wearing this suit.
You make me sick.
Hey, everyone knows good guys wear white. This suit subliminally tells the auditor I'm a good guy.
I could vomit just looking at you.
Mr. and Mrs. Bornak, step into my office, please.
Him again. Oh, come on, let's start supper. Come on.
I'll be with you in a minute. Glenn?
Gee, no, I never realized. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Back in that town whose name you're tired
Okay, clear out. We need the kitchen.
What's going on?
Show. I will give you anything.
Blanche, we have to tell Rose the truth.
I'll give you one of my sons. I have given this a lot of thought, Dorothy. I have had 4 kids. I have never had a Mercedes. What do you say? Which one do you want? Biff, Doug, Skippy? No, don't take Skippy. He's got asthma.
I'm getting called by Susan Harris saying, is there anything you can do to get B. Arthur to do this show? Because we'd worked together on Maude. And I said, oh, I've been wanting to work with her again. I'll give her a call. I called B. And I said, what is the matter with you? This is the best...
Plaid polyester. Rose, you have something in a size 6?
Come on, Ma, I'll help you pick something out. Must be Raymond.
I'll be right out. I just have to get some hard candy and my donut pillow.
Oh, Blanche, we don't have anything to worry about. If we give that baby love and attention and understanding, it'll turn out fine.
That's beautiful.
Besides, what does Spock know about raising babies? On Vulcan, all the kids are born in pods.
So I just got seats for Dorothy and Blanche and me.
Oh, well, honey, don't worry. You can have my ticket.
Oh, no, Dorothy, that wouldn't be fair. No, the three of you should go. I mean, we can meet for coffee afterwards.
Oh, great.
She's doing it again. First it was Antonio's, then it was the box.
The bot? What bot? Oh! It completely slipped my mind.
Oh, yeah, that kind of thing happens to me. All the shrimp you can eat.
Nice try, Mom. Let's talk about...
Ooh, that hurts.
I'm not having any trouble.
Why is it that doesn't surprise me?
Okay, everybody on their feet. Whirly birds!
She put a curse on us.
And I'm the one that got put in the home?
I know it's unbelievable, but we fired her. She put a curse on us, so we had to hire her back. Now, if we can just keep her happy, maybe she'll leave us alone.
You really are afraid of her, aren't you?
Mama, it's unbelievable beautiful.
It was. It truly was.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain Lord again. If you all look out the left side of our aircraft, it'll tip over. Sorry. Just a little small airplane pilot humor.
Leaving tomorrow.
Dorothy, move the coffee table. I want to do a cartwheel.
I must return to Czechoslovakia immediately because of something very valuable I learned here.
You finally understood what I was saying in the bookstore.
No. It was Story Rose told.
You ladies should be grateful. It was our superior sailing skill that saved your lives.
Hanging on to the mast and screaming, "Please, God, take the old ladies, but don't hurt us." That does not qualify as skill.
Look, ladies, we've taken all the guff we're going to take off of you.
No, you cancel your reservations to the banquet.
Oh, thanks, Pa.
She was very disappointed you all aren't coming, and I think it's because one of you won the big award.
You mean the best friend of the Friends of Good Health Award?
Yeah.
Why? What'd she say?
It wasn't what she said, it was what she didn't say.
What didn't she say?
How the hell do I know?
Boy, Blanche, what is wrong?
I'm eating.
Eating is good.
And I'm nauseated. I'm so nauseated.
Then stop eating.
How did this happen to me? How?
What, Blanche?
Oh, my God.
Blanche, please tell us what's wrong.
We're your friends, honey, your family. Now, nothing so terrible that we wouldn't understand. You can tell us, what is it?
Sorry, it won't happen again.
Should I draw your bath?
I can draw my own bath. I can do everything by myself.
Okay, Mrs. Petrillo, you're the boss.
Look, I'm not the boss. I'm a poor immigrant from Italy, and I feel very uncomfortable having somebody wait on me.
I've just never known how to turn him off. You tell him, Dorothy.
I would, Blanche, but remember, we just want to turn him off, not drain the sex drive completely out of him.
You know, I've always...
Want to.
Nobody ever believes me when I'm telling the truth. I guess it's the curse of being a devastatingly beautiful woman.
Oh, please.
The only other woman who could possibly understand what I've been through is Priscilla Presley. And Susan Anton.
Yes. Oh, Mr. Ninnervini, my ice skating coach, said I should wear weights to strengthen my ankles. Well, I'm off to the grocery. Can I bring you anything?
Is that as fast as you can go?
Yes.
Don't get any dairy.
May I remind you, Dorothy, that moose didn't just raise little Yemeni. He put him through medical school.
Why were you dating Buzz at the same time as Charlie?
Because I didn't know which one I liked better. They were so different. Charlie liked to do all the...
Pop's been dead 27 years.
What's your point?
What
What are you saying? Isn't it obvious, Dorothy? She showered with a dead man for 5 years. Rose, what did you want? I got 2 tickets to the hottest Norwegian musical in town.
Rose, you've really tomorrow.
Forget it, Blanche. I'm not going.
Rose, what's the problem?
Oh, Blanche thinks I should go to the hospital tomorrow. Well, if Miles didn't tell me about the surgery, doesn't that mean he doesn't want me there?
Excuse me, Rose, you're about to make a grave mistake. You come to me if you want advice on men. You go to Dorothy if there's grammar you won't help with.
So that's where it ends? Well, that's neat, isn't it? You walk in here, borrow my friends for a while, and then start acting like a stupid jerk and waltz right out as if nothing ever happened.
Do you want an apology?
I want an explanation. Holly, I can't figure you out. You're smart. It's okay, fella. Well, I don't mind if I do. Nice place you got here. Well, thank you. Can I offer you something? Coffee, tea, scraps from last night's dinner?
Oh, you're pulling my tail.
Aren't you a little old for imaginary friends?
Oh, great. Welcome aboard.
Well, she seems like a nice person. Where's she from?
I don't know.
Is she a beach person?
I don't know.
How long have you lived together?
About a year.
Really?
Look, Rose, we all kind of go our separate ways.
Dorothy, well, you look lovely. Oh, for your television debut. Oh, they're beautiful. Dorothy. Good luck.
Kai, to assist Father Damien in his work with the lepers, you can find her hang gliding high above the Florida Keys.
Rose, where did you get that?
From your mother. Before she and I talked, I wasn't aware of any of it.
Blanche, why is this a story about acceptance?
Oh, because years later, to get back at me, Kathy Lee slept with my daddy. That was something I had to accept.
You could. Believe her, Blanche, she couldn't.
I know just how you feel. I couldn't even think of another man for years after my husband died.
And that's exactly why you have bad muscle tone. Let me know if you change your mind.
I haven't eaten.
Well, before we open the doors, I just want to thank you all for taking time away from your own Christmas to provide Christmas for some that are less fortunate. We promise to turn away no one, remembering how Mary and Joseph were turned away at the inn.
Reverend Avery, it's always puzzled me. Why didn't Mary and Joseph call ahead for reservations?
Bless you, Warden.
I wouldn't mind sleeping here on the sofa.
That lumpy thing, no, you're sleeping in my room.
Thanks.
I think I'll retire too. This is the night I do my facial packs and compresses. It takes me an hour, but that's why my skin is as smooth as a baby's bottom.
First, come in.
I remember spending that quality wharf time with my grandma.
Oh, and guess what? Grandma gave me a new nickname to call her in front of the Navy.
What was that?
Sis.
Sis? Well, she calls her other grandmother
Aren't you, Mr. Weinstein?
Since 1967.
Let's go.
Sophia, Esther would have appreciated you being here.
I love that woman. She was the best, which is why she deserved a better husband instead of a miserable, no-good, low-life sleazeball.
Yes. Wait till my friends hear about this.
For the time being, this must be our little secret. I'm in the middle of a rather messy divorce, and if the reporters get
Oh,
home...
say no more. I'm not naive about these things. I have a subscription to People magazine.
Well then, until tonight...
I will give you anything.
Blanche, we have to tell Rose the truth.
I'll give you one of my sons. I have given this a lot of thought, Dorothy. I have had 4 kids. I have never had a Mercedes. What do you say? Which one do you want? Biff, Doug, Skippy? No, don't take Skippy. He's got asthma.
You wait your turn.
It's a postcard for my daughter Rebecca. Girls, can you believe it? After almost 4 years, my baby's coming to see me. I'm so happy I could cry.
Blanche, you are crying.
Admit it, Rose. You work for Allied Intelligence.
Either, I have a right.
One sperm with a sense of direction, and I'm paying for it for the rest of my life. Come on.
Dorothy, I really want
Please, Dennis, I just want you to listen.
But there it was. She wades into the river, grabs an armful, and races home to feed her family. When she tells them the story, they think it's an act of God. But as it turned out, a disgruntled pepperoni stuffer had blown up the factory in a neighboring town, causing pepperoni to rain down over.
But I made him from a sock. 10 minutes before airtime. It was in Argyle. Back in those days, Colac used to be from Scotland. Everything about that show came from inside my head.
And off your foot.
Kids started tuning in droves.
Ma, you made that whole thing up. Now, what is your point?
That I made it up. It was a little lie that gave me a lot of pleasure. If Rose is happy and there was no harm done, let her have that.
You know something, Ma?
Break out the finger sandwiches. Mr. Astaire looks like he's hungry.
I'm Merrill. Are you Blanche?
No.
How about you, cutie?
Boy, this guy's done hard time.
A little dinky play.
With that Gee, Ma, I don't know if this was such a good idea.
I think you're right, Dorothy. Maybe I should have done my own hair. I've been doing it for years.
That's why it looks like something you buy on a stick at halftime.
Understand little.
झाली